malinconia, lontan sei tu da me, dal cuore che ti ama, io t'amo e t'amerò, ogni giorno ancor di più.
Well, good morning, my friends. Happy Monday morning. It is for me because I didn't have to get up early this morning. Haha. That was a tune from my wonderful dad from Italy. Over the past, since the pandemic started, I just asked my dad, listen, since you were in lockdown, why don't you send me some songs, original tunes out of his music vault there in Italy. That was the song called Symphony of Love. You can check out the songs. I just set up a simple website for my dad. That's salvatorpate, Pate.bandcamp.com. If you would like to download some of the songs and support this wonderful community of ours here on Total OS today, check out the songs. Once again, that song is called Symphony of Love. I think I posted a dozen songs. He has more, but a dozen songs from his vault there in Italy. And hopefully I'll get to see him maybe this fall. I haven't seen him since the pandemic started, so it's been a while. Anyway, love you, Dad. All right, let's move on here. All right, so we'll take a quick look, a brief discussion on Openshot, and there is a fly down here that has been very persistent for the last 20 minutes. It needs to be terminated. Blah. Take another drink here. All right, so we're broadcasting live from Linux Mint. Not the new one, not 21. This is version, 20.3. And I haven't used Openshot in a while. Normally I mess with Kdenlive and Shotcut normally. But I decided, it's been a while. Let's take a look at Openshot. And as you see here, it's simple, it's free, it's multi-platform for Linux, Apple, Windows. So again, I downloaded the version for, of course, the Linux version for Linux Mint. All right, well, let's take a look here. Let me see if I can transition to the desktop right here. All right, so those of you who are watching this podcast, and I got to tell you, it is nice to do a show from my huge, as Bernie Sanders would say, huge 50-inch 4K monitor. I did a show yesterday morning, and my main monitor on my desk just crapped out. Just no power. No power. Thank you, Arnold. No power. Yes, no power. And I have a backup little monitor, 19-inch, and I got to tell you, I wear contacts. It's not the same, man. So I can't put my 50-inch on top of my desk and do a show like 3 feet away from the screen. That would just stone me out. So that ain't going to happen. All right, let's move on here. All right, so Linux Mint, and real quick here, the specs. All right, so this is a computer that originally had Windows 7. Yeah, from 2011. So we have Linux Mint 20.3 Una is called, and Mate version 1.26. I maxed out the memory, which is just 8 gigs maximum memory, which for this is perfectly fine. It's a Fred Flintstone AMD Athlon 2 cores, dual core processor. I think I installed just a simple, it was less than $100 graphics card, just to boost things up a notch. Didn't really do that much. I guess it helps a little bit. So again, the specs on this are quite ordinary. This is not a computer I would use every day because it's just too slow. But that being said, downloaded Openshot. I'm going to show you talk about the results here in a second. By the way, Lenovo's fantastic computers for both Windows and Linux. If you want to try Linux and install Linux, what computer should you buy? Or if you have a Lenovo laying around, definitely check out Lenovo's and ThinkPads. They are fantastico. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, we're using about 2.3 gigs of RAM. CPU usage not too bad. Again, I'm not rendering a video. Okay, so what I did here, I transcoded a 1-minute video, rendered it in Openshot. The first test result would be the in 720p. Okay, that was the first test. Again, a 1-minute video, nothing fancy. Just simple cuts, no animation, nothing like that. The second test was in 1080p. So before I talk about the results and show you the results here, you guys want to take a guess how long the 1-minute length video took to render. How long did it take? Did it take 1 minute? Did it take 2 minutes? Did it take 10 minutes? Again, this is a computer from 2011. It's not really designed for video rendering. I got it working, but it's not designed. So the first test was a 720p render. The second test, again, the same 1-minute video, was a 1080p render. Now, obviously, in 1080p and 2K or 4K, it's going to take longer times no matter what computer you have. You guys want to take a guess on each? On the 720p render and the 1080p render, how long did it take? Well, let's discuss this. So the first one here is the 720p. And now I rendered this in MP4 format, okay? And the 1-minute video took 1 minute and 28 seconds to render a 1-minute video. In 720p, it's slow. Yeah, normally when I render videos, if I cannot cut the time in half, then I'm doing something wrong, or my computer's too slow, or I got to do something else. So 1 minute 28 seconds to render a 720p video is slow, but it's not unreasonable for a computer from circa, I think it's 2011, somewhere around there. Again, dual core machine, nothing fancy. So this is a 1 minute video rendered 720p, 30 frames per second, 1280 by 720, 1 minute and 28 seconds. The 1080p video, let's take a look, or 1080p render. Okay, this one I would have no patience for, but just to show you, this 1 minute video took 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Again, MP4 format, H.264, 1920 by 1080. Preset quality was high. Obviously, you want the highest quality possible. If you're going to show someone, why show a low quality? It doesn't make any sense. I guess if it's just a podcast, you're just showing a graphic, I guess you don't need high quality. So those are the results. A 1 minute video rendered in 720p in Openshot in a computer from 2011, dual core, nothing fancy, still alive, it's still functioning. Yeah, the 1080p render took 2 minutes 21 seconds. I would never wait that long. You can just imagine a 10-minute video would take you over 20 minutes. So I would never render videos, at least not in this machine, in 1080p. It would just take too long, and then if it crashes, you got to start over. If you make a mistake, you got to start over, so that, you know, if you have a 5-minute project, that can wind up taking you 3 to 4 hours with a slow computer. So you should always appreciate your content creators. Yes, you should. It's a lot of work. Even though they make it look easy, sometimes it is, sometimes it is not. Openshot. Now, I normally use Kdenlive. More features, more mouse-centric. I just think it's easier to use, you know. And then my second choice for rendering videos would be Shotcut. Yeah, both of those are pretty good. Yeah, Openshot is fine. Some of the features of course, it's cross-platform. Trim and slice. You can add animation, video effects. I think you need to use Blender for the fancy animations. Title editor. Yeah, for 3D animations, you need to use Blender. Slow motion, time effects. Simple user interface. It is simple, maybe too simple. Again, I like to right-click on Kdenlive on the 3-year-old version actually. Yeah, right-click on the timeline and all my effects are there. It's a lot faster, a lot easier for me to just right-click on the timeline to add the effects, trim, paste, fade in and out, and stuff like that. So overall, Openshot worked. It seems stable, and really for a computer from 2011. With that in mind, I thought it was fairly fast for 2011. Not for today, obviously, for an older computer, but yeah, I thought it was okay. I don't know. Have you guys tried Openshot or Shotcut or anything else, or you just don't have any patience for that? But yeah, check out openshot.org. Check out Kdenlive. And of course, Shotcut, my other favorite one. I use Shotcut quite a bit in Windows. Seems to be fairly stable and fairly quick. But yeah, I would check out Kdenlive, Openshot, and Shotcut. Now there are more choices out there. Flowblade, I believe, is another popular one. DaVinci, I think, is another one. Cinderella. The list goes on and on. So nowadays you have lots of choices. Really just, only a handful are really what I would call really good and stable. But I would put Openshot, Kdenlive, and Shotcut in the stable category for video editors. All right, let me take another drink here. Give me a moment. All right. So as far as video editors go, check those out, the ones that I mentioned. I didn't really have anything else planned. I don't normally do these Monday morning shows. Monday morning is probably not a good time to do a live podcast format. Not a good day. It's the start of the work week for many people. It's just this morning I just happened to have some free time. So let me take a look in the chat here real quickly. So yeah, we have just a few people watching. I'll stick around just a little bit longer. Those of you who are watching, if you want to say hello, have a question, please do, or else I will wrap this up pretty soon here. I will wait till the end of the song, and if nobody's in the chat, then we'll just wrap this up again. Monday's not probably the best time, but I had the time, so I don't mind doing this before I start my day and have my breakfast and all that good stuff.
Listen, the birds are singing. The spring is finally here. My broken heart is crying. Where the roses catches my teardrops.
tu sei andata via. Sento nel mio cuore un gran morire. La colpa è stata tutta quanta mia. Lo so che ho sbagliato e mi perdoni. Ti prego Mariana, se mi ami, ritorna dove il cuore mio ti aspetta, perché lo sai che io ti ho sempre amata. Da quel momento in poi che ti ho vista, mamma mamma Mariana, mamma mamma Mariana, mamma mamma Mariana, cuore mio. Mamma mamma Mariana, mamma mamma Mariana.
All right, for all you ladies that are named Mariana, that song Was For You, written by my dad and sung by his Italian friend Dario. And there is a fly buzzing here in here since I started that has been very persistent. I'm starting to get ticked off. So I'm going to end this. Sorry that I missed you guys. Again, Monday morning is probably not the best time to do something live, the start of the work week, so I totally get it. So sorry that I missed you. I'll catch you on the next one. If you have any questions or comments about Linux Mint or video editors, just post them in the comments below or shoot me an email, talktotalos@gmail.com, and we'll go from there. All right, well, that's all I have for this one. Have a good start of the work week, and I'll catch you on the next one. Arrivederci.